Yeah, just turn on the backup power. We ought to be able to use the switches now. Hey, let's try it. Good luck! Switch won't budge. Maybe it's broken? Well, they work just fine if only I can move the switch. Oh, happy to meet you, ladies. I think that's up to us and our powers. What? No time to be standing around, unsure of ourselves. Will you lend me your strength missile? Me? Of course I will. No, no. Oops. There we go. That's not intimidating at all. There we go. That torpedo looks serviceable. All set on this end too. Something's odd. What is it? Command room. It looks like it's slowly sinking. Sinking? Yeah, like it's completely run out of power. I wonder what happened. I don't know, but I guess we'll find out. Alright, hop into the missile. Come on, missile, into the missile! It's already set to the torpedo's course. I'll head towards the command room where Detective Jout is. 12 seconds after launching, it'll pass by the command room for an instant. That instant will be your window of opportunity to jump over to the command room. Okay, got it. Find a way to come back and save you. Probably be my last task tonight. Hold on until we get back. Ashin! Come on, missile. Missile? Hi. I'm sorry. I can't go. What? I can't. How can I leave? I can't leave Miss Lynn and Miss Camilla behind. I can't do it. Missile. I swapped the switches so the missile can be launched. You'll have to do the rest, Missile. I can't do it either. Can't ask Missile to come with me after that. I understand exactly how it feels. Ashin! I want you to go, Missile. What? But Miss Lynn! You staying here won't change our fate. But if you go with Sissel, you might be able to make something happen. And that'll be our only hope. But what if that something doesn't happen? I'll never be able to see you again. Never, ever, ever. Even I can understand that. I couldn't stand that. Don't worry, Missile. Miss Camilla? I just know you and Sissy can make something happen. I believe in you. I'll be right here waiting for you. We'll see each other then. Don't worry. Miss Camilla! Puppies. That's a good boy, Missile. Time to go walkies. Now are you ready? Remember, it's 12 seconds after I throw the switch. We're ready. Sissel? Yeah? You never found out who you really were. But that doesn't matter now. All I know is, I'm truly glad I met you tonight. Thank you for everything. Glad I met you, Detective. We're going to see each other again, right, Sissy? Right, Missile? That's right. We promised, little lady. Of course we will! I'll never forget you, no matter what happens. Here goes then. Good luck, friend. Ashin! These 12 seconds are lasting an eternity. I strive to think of a way to save Lynn and the little lady the whole time. But how can a ray of light, of hope, reach this far down into the deep sea? Before I can think of an answer, the 12 seconds are up. Oh good, I wasn't gonna have to do it myself. Detective Jowd! I bet that big masked man did it! I'm gonna bite him! Better not, you might break your teeth. The man room has lost power and is sinking. I wonder what this masked man is gonna do. Let's talk to Detective Jowd! Sorry for the wait, Detective Jowd. But who are you? Are you Sissel? Please excuse my appearance. Can't believe you made it here. How is Kamala? What about Lynn? Well, I have a long story. Told Detective Jowd about everything that happened on the submarine Yanoa. So the submarine is badly damaged? What would he... why would he do that to his own submarine? I wish I knew. I know the answer to that one. Oh, you're here too, apparently. It's because he's afraid of my powers. You? You followed us? I didn't even notice. It's been 10 long years, Detective Jowd. Are you... Yamiel? Oh, we finally get a name. I hate it when that happens. Why was it such a big mystery? So you remember me, do you? How can I possibly forget? So that's your real name, huh? Yamiel? That's right. Great. 3 people with similar voices. Ah. Those people on the Yanoa calling you Sissel? That's just an alias I was using to deal with them. I didn't see any need to tell them my real name. Could you do me a favor? Could you let me ask you some questions? I've been trying to find out my true identity all night. Sure, go ahead. Sure, there's plenty we can still tell you, right, Detective Jowd? How about the question of who am I? 10 years ago, you were a top systems engineer, weren't you? System engineer? What's that? By the way, I'm a top Pomeranian, you know. Well, it's kind of hard to explain to a dog, but it's a person who's good at using computers. What's a computer? I don't mean to brag, but I was one of the best in the industry. That's how I got roped into joining that project. Project? What project? It was a project aimed at reorganizing the nation's top secret information. The goal was to build a new system using multi-dimensional programming theory? What? I was asked to join the project as an agent of the government. It doesn't sound like something a top Pomeranian would know anything about. To me, it just sounded like another challenging job. However, this project was also the target of a secret plot. I bet you can imagine the kind of crime the nation's top secret might attract. I never thought for the life of me I'd ever have to deal with spies. It was never made public, but every organization in the country moved on this one. And then, one day, the name of a certain programmer emerged as a suspect. I was the guy who built the core of the system. Police arrested you, and then that incident happened. He escaped from the interrogation room and took little Lynn as a hostage. Yeah, we know that part. By the way, Detective Jowd, when was it that I was proven innocent? About 6 months after your death. I'm so sorry, Yamiel. 10 years ago. Ooh, animation. My soul was split from my body, and I lost everything. I was sealed in eternal darkness. I existed in this world and in a GameCube. But nobody noticed my presence. What good were my powers? They didn't help anybody. Not even the passage of time could heal my pain. In fact, it only made it worse. Look at all those people we know. I wanted to disappear, but I wasn't even allowed to do that. The way Lynn described it is exactly right. Sinking slowly towards the bottom of an endless sea. An overwhelming feeling of loneliness and despair. And I wanted all of you to suffer what I was suffering. Yeah, that's called anxiety. And so that's why you murdered Alma. That's right. I wanted you to know what it was like to lose everything you cared about. I wanted you to feel the same pain I felt. What? Well, you just explained it, so I say what? It was a twisted wish of a mind poisoned by infinite loneliness. Then, I was plotting my revenge, and I had an idea. I came up with a plan to use these powers of mine to make a deal. There's something I just don't understand about that deal. I'm sure your powers would be very valuable to them, but what would you get out of the deal? A new life. Life? I asked them for 2 conditions. Number 1 was that they help me with my revenge plot. And the second was a rebirth for me. Rebirth? New beginning, eh? I didn't care if it was a fake life, an artificial life. I just wanted a physical receptacle for my soul, a name, an identity, in everyday life. I wanted to grow old in a society that would accept me. And, finally, I wanted to die, surrounded by a loving family. That's the kind of life I asked them for. A completely man-made life. That's right. I knew I couldn't hope for anything more than that. And to make it all come true, I knew it would take a lot of money and a lot of power. Probably just get a fake ID and move to a new city. I decided to ask the national government to help me. And their response, in the end, was betrayal.
Betrayal! What? Betrayal! Betrayed me!
They were making their moves much more carefully than I suspected. They sent spies to this country and researched my powers on their own. And they even figured out what Temzik was all about. You had no idea they were doing all this? None at all. I was a fool. Why didn't they just dig up the meteorite themselves? They wouldn't even need to talk to this guy. So then, why did they go through all the trouble of making a deal with you? There we go! Right there! Why did they just steal a hunk of the Temzik meteorite from the park? They couldn't. Huh? They didn't have shovels. After the manipulator incident, research was conducted in this country too. A report was submitted to the government about the source of the manipulator's power. Oh yeah, by me. By Inspector Cabanella and the old pigeon guy, eh? At first, the government didn't believe the report. But then, they decided to put the park under surveillance, just in case. Surveillance, huh? It just looks like an ordinary, peaceful park, but there are armed agents there at all times. Don't tell me that odd leaflet guy was one of them. No, not him. He's just weird. That park is like a silent battlefield on an international scale. So that's why they couldn't steal the Temzik meteorite. And lately, under the pretense of building a housing site. They've been working on a plan to destroy that park in order to secure the Temsic meteorite. That's it, eh? So the upshot of your grand deal was this, eh? Yeah, the ending I deserve. But at least there's one thing you must be happy about. What's that? You've managed to seal me away at the bottom of the sea forever. Well, got that point. Time to get started? Start with what? Bringing Detective Jowd back to life, of course. What good will that do now? Well, we promised! We promised Miss Lynn and Miss Kamina we'd save them. And we can't do that without you, Detective Jowd. I've been guided by fate tonight to this place. I won't give up now. Alright, fine, I guess I'll come back to life if I have to. Here we go then. Back to 4 minutes before your death. Possibly for the last time? So, where are we headed? We are not headed anywhere, Detective. What? There was only enough fuel on board to launch us away, Detective. We will run out soon, and that will be our destination, Detective. What are you talking about? That would mean that you're trapped here too. Ah! He's a robot. Rye, is this your uncle? By the way, Detective, I am not human. I am remote-controlled robot, Detective. What? Your country's use of technology. It's plain weird. We get that a lot, Detective. Why would you go to all the trouble to do this? It's nothing but a shell there. It's hardly a threat anymore. Commander Sitz likes to provide against any possibility, no matter how small, Detective. Possibility? What are you talking about? There is no need for you to know, Detective. Oh. It is now time to say goodbye, Detective. In the end, your fate remains the same, it seems. Grr. Pamela, forgive me. It isn't over yet. It isn't? Remember what that big masked man said? Any possibility, no matter how small. Possibility. In other words, there must be a chance here somewhere. The possibility of turning this situation around. Huh? What is it, Detective? Look at Yomio's shell. There's no aura emanating from his body. Of course there isn't. The Temsic fragment is gone. Could this change be in his shell? With some kind of lead? I figured it out. I know what this possibility, no matter how small, is that they're afraid of. What is it? My time was perpetually stopped, thanks to the power of Temsic. His body cycled between the moments that separated his life and death. Right, but not anymore. The Temsic fragment has been taken away. Exactly. So what does that mean? I get it. Your body won't come back to life anymore. The moment the Temsic fragment was removed, my shell became a regular corpse. So, let's see. That means we can go back? Back to 4 minutes before your death? Oh, wait a minute. Exactly when is that death? That's simple. We'll find out. When we get there, let's move! Thank you all for watching. You're welcome to come see me record these episodes live at twitch.tv/SuperBunnyBun. You can also come say hi on Twitter at SuperBunnyBun. But most importantly, I'd really appreciate it if you could like yourself, comment about how awesome you are, and subscribe to Happy Thoughts. And until next time, stay spicy and huggable. Bye!